If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
A ver. No, hola, hola Sebas, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? A ver, ¿me escucho bien? Hola Sebas, ¿qué tal? Sí, me escucho bien. Bueno, hola chicos y chicas de YouTube, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Yo soy Máximo00 y estamos aquí en la parte final de la historia de Sumeru. Y joder, qué tarde le estoy trayendo. La verdad me hubiera gustado haberle hecho más temprano, pero estuve ocupado con unas cosas. El directo tenía pensado traerlo hace 1 hora. Fácilmente sí pude traerlo, pero quería desocuparme un poco primero y luego ya traerles el directo. Disculpen por traerlo tan tarde. Les digo, me hubiera gustado haberlo traído más temprano. Pero en fin, aquí estamos y lo prometido es deuda. Vamos a acabar la historia de Sumeru ya. Bueno, esa es mi idea, acabarla ya en este directo. Va a ser muy larga probablemente, más que nada por el diálogo, me imagino. Y bueno, en el anterior directo, si recuerdan bien, lo dejamos justo en la entrada a por Escaramucha. Creo que esta ya es justo la entrada, creo. Espero y sí. Ahorita, antes de empezar, también me tardé un poco porque tuve que hacerme de nuevo el dominio que vieron al final del directo. Tristemente. Así que nada, sin más rodeos, adelante, vamos. Enfrentarnos al boss Escaramucha. De hecho, le debería haber puesto pelea contra Escaramucha ahí en el directo. Pero en fin, la hipotenusa. Bueno, llegó la hora. Me tenía pensado traerme otro equipo, pero dije, no, mejor lo hago con el equipo con el que me quedé. Además, yo tengo fe en que este equipo puede. Así que adelante, vamos. Es más, voy con la viajera. Vamos. Shogun Raiden, llegó la hora de que castigues a tu hijo. A ver, aquí acaba el dominio, ¿no? O sea, quiero imaginarme que aquí acaba. Porque yo por algo justo aquí lo dejé. A ver, ¿si es acá, no? Creo que sí, a ver. ¿What? Ah, bien. Cinemática.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed. Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against that Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis.
Eso es verdad. Nos hemos enfrentado a Fatuis que son técnicamente superpoderosos, pero ninguno de ellos lleva una Gnosis. Las Gnosis se supone que es algo que le da poder a los arcontes como Nahida. O sea, que si un Fatui lleva una Gnosis se hace más fuerte todavía. Con lo cual es muy peligroso entonces.
Are you nervous, Paimon? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida?
Normal, o sea,
yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well. Curious? Curious about what? Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, Only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge.
¿Y qué tal, Sebas? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Tú no tienes escuela mañana? Ah, no, pues. A ti también te recorrieron el 20 al 21, güey. Porque acá conmigo el 20 lo recorrieron al 21.
That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction.
Por lo tanto, no tengo clase mañana.
And now, at long
Bueno,
last, I'm not just a wonderfully exciting thing.
Depende.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Está detrás de ahí. Uy. Caminando. Ah, ya fue todo. Saliendo en... ¡Ah! Yo pensaba que tenía que abrir la puerta. Ah, pues ese fue todo el dominio. Lo bueno es que esta vez ya no tuve que agarrar cofres. Si no me hubiera tardado un poco más. Ahora sí, se viene lo chido. Agárrense a su asiento. O a su cama, donde quiera que estén. Uy. Uy, ya. Ese es el escenario del boss. Uy, sí es cierto, la mascota esa rara que nos dio una gira a su madre. Un Megazord. Y yo también quiero uno. ¡Lol! Está de mal humor el morro.
The world would be so eager for my birth. I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
No manches.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
LOL. Dios mecánico, protector eterno de la sabiduría arcana.
Aura. It really feels like the gods.
Qué irónico, justo la otra vez estaba viendo en un anime que vi un güey que decía: yo no soy humano ya, porque me volví muy fuerte y como ya no soy humano me cambio el nombre, y este güey está igual. El año pasado me gradué de la prepa y se supone que iba a entrar a la universidad, pero no me aceptaron, pero en vez de estar triste estoy feliz. ¿Por qué, güey? No manches, si a mí no me hubieran aceptado, güey, cuando hice mi examen, me hubiera sentido muy mal, güey. Pero a ver, cuéntame por qué.
With the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this?
Entonces hay que quitarle la gnosis o cómo. Pero bueno, me imagino que es esa misma gnosis la que le da el poder del dios, ¿no? Porque si no la tuviera no sería tan poderoso, porque se supone que los arcontes son fuertes por las gnosis, y cuando se quitan las gnosis pierden parte de su poder, pero siguen siendo fuertes.
It's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
¿Estás sorprendida, Paimon?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world.
Protectora eterna de la sabiduría arcana.
Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
He wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
Pobrecita. A la madre, pensé que se iba a enojar. Pensé que Paimon se iba a enojar, no se asustó. Al principio sí lo estaba, pero me di cuenta que algunas cosas que hago se me hubiera hecho imposible. ¿Cómo? A ver, ¿cómo? Al principio sí lo estaba, pero me di cuenta de que algunas cosas que hago se me hubiera hecho imposible. Ah, ya, pero... ¿Cómo, güey?
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Negligible.
There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War.
Uy, te hubieran matado, güey. En ese tiempo los arcontes todos tenían sus gnosis. No, este güey se hubiera muerto. Es que el conflicto de la guerra de los arcontes, tú sabes, fue una madre bien... Muy cabrona, güey. De hecho, todo el mundo, pues, en todo Teyvat, o sea, acá en Genshin, puedes encontrar un montón de ruinas a causa de esa guerra, güey. Y fue una guerra entre dioses, güey. Y tú imagínate, todos los dioses tenían las gnosis, güey. Todos. O sea, lo que ahorita tiene ese güey, todos los dioses lo tenían, güey. O sea, este güey ni de pedo se hacía con una gnosis. Si quería quitarle la gnosis a un arconte, iba a estar cabrón. Muy, muy cabrón.
This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power.
Recuerda que te mencioné que estoy haciendo un proyecto de mi titulación viernes. Ya voy a hacer mis exámenes del proyecto que me entregará mi título de la carrera de programación. ¡Oh, qué bien, güey! Mira, de algo malo sale algo bueno, ¿eh?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of wisdom.
Ah, digámosle esto.
Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat.
Pues órale, güey, no le tengo miedo a tu mega sword.
Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Démosle, órale. ¡Uy! ¡A la madre! ¡Ataques de anemo! ¡Ay, qué es esta cosa! ¡Ataques de hidro! ¡Ah, se le pegó! ¡Ataques de piro! Recoge los fragmentos de energía generados para recargar el neco... ¿Qué? ¡Ay, corre, Zongli! ¿Me puedo bajar, no? ¡Ay, lol! Ah, pues el escudo no me hace nada. A ver, ¿qué es aquí debo de hacer? Uy, esperen. Escucha la música. Uy, está chida. O sea, un Kami Tokami, la batalla de los dioses. Ahora hacer la batalla del dios versus la viajera. Exacto. No es la primera vez que la viajera se enfrenta a un dios, ¿eh? Perece. Escaramucha, soy tu madre. Compórtate, chamaco, como malcriado. Muy bien. Pero ¿cómo la aviento al mono? ¿Qué hago? Ay, lol. Madre. Menos mal llevo escudo. A ver, lo voy a pegar ya. Chingue su madre. No sé qué era el mono ese, pero... Por malcriado, cabrón, te toca la chancla. Órale, puto mocoso malcriado. Nunca hagan enojar a una madre, o les va a pasar eso. Uy. ¿Vean? Uy, esa escena me gustó. Uy, esto me recuerda a lo de Tartaglia. Pasaba así, te caías y se te caían escombros encima. Ahora tiene cuerpo. Ah, me recordó lo de Hildegard, que estaba dividida a la mitad. Ay, cambió la música. A ver, vamos a intentar ganarle sin escudo. A ver. ¿Qué hago con esto? Uy, corran. No. Mierda. Bueno, creo que con romper uno basta. Ay, lol, ese loco. Ah, ok, se pone a correr, a ver. ¿Qué más haces? Ah, ¿y yo cómo te pego? Me tengo que acercar. Ay, no. No me dio. No sé ni cómo no me dio. Oiga, no me pegó, o sea, sí. ¿Cómo le rompo yo el escudo? ¿Qué pasó? Ándale, podía pegar. Vaya, con una espada de una estrella. Uy. Uy, no manches. Ay, buenas algo. Una gira. Ayúdame, Shogun Raiden. Abusivo, métete con alguien de tu tamaño.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
What? ¿Qué pasó?
We just concluded the 168th loop.
¿Todo fue una
You
alucinación?
know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sabzerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
Ah, sí, fue una ilusión.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
¿Y eso?
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha.
Uy, se viene
I've
Paguro.
sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Oigan todos, Dignari. Almacén. La guapa de Nilo. Razor. Le parece un montón a Razor. Oye, ¿ni de ella?
Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Ay, no. Se hace llamar Dios y se oculta detrás de un robot.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boer.
Sí viene combate. Pensaba que esta era la cinemática. Derrota al protector no en la sabiduría arcana. A ver, ¿qué hice? Sí, tú eres el dios, ya te entendí, güey. Hola, Maxi. Hola, Falcon, ¿qué tal? Hola, Falcon, bienvenidos al directo. Como puedes ver, Falcon, ya estoy en lo final, güey. Vemos qué sucede. A ver. A ver, objetivo ganar sin... ¿Qué dijimos? Ganar sin ¿cómo se llama? No, corre, gorra, corre. A la madre, ¿te dio un montón de vida? ¿Qué le pasa a mi Najira? ¿Tiene un huevo de vida? ¿Y Najira, de dónde salió tanta vida? ¡Ah, es de prueba! Ah, coño, no es la mía. ¿Qué pedo? Me quitaron mi Najira. ¡Qué putos! Me le ponen el set que no es. ¡Qué putos! Bueno, al menos C3. ¡Uy, C2! Uy, esto sí me gusta. Pégale, pégale, rómpele el escudo, rómpele el escudo. Escaramucha, tu mamá te ordena que te detengas. El necromutador encargó mantener pulsado para activar su habilidad. Ah, ya. Pues úsala, güey. Dale algo. Dale, pégale, 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 pégale. Uy, corre, 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 corre. Dispárale, conejo, o lo que sea. Ah, me sigue. Ay, es un área grande. Su madre. Se la va a cargar la chingada, van a ver. Pégale, Najira, pégale. Ah, caray. Ah, no puedo usar habilidades. Au. ¿Qué pasó, puto?
Good riddance, cruel world.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Cómo rompo yo esto?
Shine down. Everyone hold hands.
No, ni siquiera le da, o sea, hace. ¿Qué pedo? Pero pégale.
Illusion shattered.
Stabilize.
Es que no le doy. No le doy, estoy muy chato. Pero yo la rompí, ¿no? Eso les pasa por no darme mi Najira. ¿Cómo lo tengo que matar así? A su madre. rómpete. Au. Au. Oye, ya, güey, basta. Eres muy pesado. Ay, corre. No manches, ¿sabes que es una mierda, güey? ¿Le puedo pegar siquiera? Guay, no tengo ultis. Corre, corre, Shogun, corre, corre, corre. Ah, ya le puedo pegar con esto. Ah, pues coño, díganme. Au. Oye, una madre no se le pega, cabrón. Toma. ¡Ah, su madre! Órale. Te voy a aventar otra puta. Se aleja, o sea, se... Ven. ¿Por qué oyes, güey? Au. Mira, ni me dan. Ni me dio. Mira, se muere. Se muere. Se murió. Oigan, pero qué pedo con la bola que me lanza, es imposible romper eso. Y cayó el Megazord.
Humans. Filthy humans.
Bueno, ¿qué hacer el desempate? Quedamos 1-1. Espera un momento, Falcon, llame uno. ¿La gnosis?
No. Wait.
Ah, ¿verdad?
Anything but the gnosis.
Te lo ruego, dice. Qué lamentable personaje. Todavía dice te lo ruego el... No, eso sí.
Don't even try. I'll never go back.
Qué villano tan lamentable, güey. Te ruego que no se la quite. No, estás loco. Te mereces morir, güey. Bueno, no sé realmente si es un villano lamentable. Pero... ¿Cómo?
With the power of another gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
¿O sea, que todavía nos queda un montón de historia?
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
¿Sí? Bueno, mi opinión del boss está curioso. De escaramucha, joder. Te lo ruego, no me la quites. No manches. O sea, estaba alardeando de que soy un dios y pero como les digo, sin la gnosis, o sea, sin el robot, sin la gnosis, el güey no es nada, o sea, tal cual. Y vean a la Shogun sin gnosis, sin nada, es igual de fuerte. Bueno, no, pero sigue siendo muy fuerte.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago.
Caenria. Yo neta quiero ver si hay alguna forma de visitar un día las ruinas de Caenria. Molaría un montón, la verdad. ¿Cuánto llevo de directo? Media hora. Llevo poquito. A ver, démosle. Yo pensé que llevamos una hora.
But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Ni Maul, Doku, Grievous, Vader, ni Black pidieron piedad y perdieron de una forma muy lamentable. No perdió de forma lamentable, pero andaba alardeando de que soy un dios y que esto y... ¿sabes? Luego rogándome. A ver, yo me acuerdo que, por ejemplo, un caso de un villano que le rogara a otro, bueno, que le rogara al héroe, fue Freezer a Goku. Y en Freezer se vio muy despreciable. Pero Freezer, cómo imponía el cabrón en sus sagas, ¿sabes? Y en Freezer sí lo veías, pero te daba más que nada rabia porque el cabrón era un desgraciado que todavía le pidió ayuda a Goku. Y dijo, te lo suplico, ayúdame.
Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us.
¿Sabes quién más pidió piedad y fue asombroso? Palpatine. ¿Piedad? ¿Pero en qué momento, güey? Yo me acuerdo que cuando se estaba muriendo, cuando se le deformó la cara por lo de Windu, me acuerdo que le dijo, Anakin, ayúdame. Y ahí Anakin le cortó la mano a Windu. Creo. Sí fue así, ¿no?
Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
That's so scary.
Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Sí, a ese momento me refiero, pero te pasé el video de Instagram. Perdona, güey, no lo he visto. Ahí te he fallado, güey, no lo he visto. Pero sí me acordé ahorita. Acceso denegado. Abandona el lugar en el barco de la conciencia. ¿Cómo?
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here.
Hay cofre allá, ¿verdad?
Wow. What
Se
are
cayó
these?
Najida.
The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Mi Najida. Ahora sí voy a usar escudo.
I see everything.
Se murieron. A ver. Miren más. A ti te va a dar un piquete. Toma. Ah, más slimes.
Solidify.
Propagate. Grow, grow, grow. Everyone hold hands.
23,000. A huevo. A ver. Falcon, ¿sigues ahí? Y donde me digas que no vas a ver, güey. Nada de gracias. Ah, caray, ¿qué les pasa a ustedes, mis locos?
Order guide you.
This may hurt a little.
No, ese güey.
Hey,
No quemes el chiste, Falcon. Nada te creas. Ay, mierda. Toma. ¿Qué? ¿Qué poquito metí?
grow, grow, grow.
Oigan, ese güey no se muere. Toma.
Whirling sigil has appeared in the sky.
No hay cofres acá, ¿verdad? Se mamó. Es ese güey. Lo primero que le digo es lo primero que hace. Digo, donde digas vas a, digo, no vas a ver. No, dice. Está retándome. Payasos.
Everyone hold hands.
Uy,
Illusion shattered.
y ese ya se murió y ni le hice nada. A ver, no hay cofres acá. Creo. Guau, esto está muy... Oigan, esto está re peligroso. No, no me hagan morirme. Ah. Wow, un gilichurcha en un barco. ¿Eso dónde se ha visto?
Stop fighting.
¡Uy, se me muere!
Solidify.
Shine down.
¿Sabían que ese güey no hace daño? Bueno, también que se me vaya el efecto de piro, coño. Vean, ese güey no hace daño, vean. No hace daño, vean. Aló. Ay, más. Uy.
This is order.
Uy, que me caigo.
There is no escape.
Oigan, tengo una idea. Ah, no tengo a Bennett. Si no, intentaría tirarlo por acá. Lo pondré acá y lo intentaría tirar. A ese. Ah, es que es una oportunidad que no se puede desperdiciar. Bájate. Ah, no iba a cambiar a Najida.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Me hubiera gustado haberme traído a Bennett. Me debo manejar el barco. Vámonos a buscar el One Piece, chicos. Nunca me he visto ese anime, pero está larguísimo. Creo que es igual lo más largo que Pokémon. Qué
We
locura.
changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida? Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here.
Una luna.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time.
No se supone que Kusanali es como una reencarnación de Rukkhadevata.
Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her.
Yo también quiero conocerla. Después de haberla visto en esa cinemática, ¿quién no querría conocerla? Se ve que es muy maja la niña. Bueno, niña, tiene como más de 500 años. A ver, veamos. A ver, ¿qué dice? ¿Qué dice? Tú te vas a partir las piernas al desgraciado de lentes. ¿Cuál desgraciado? ¿Cuál desgraciado de lentes?
Is this the place you were talking about?
¿Se acuerdan? ¿Se acuerdan de este lugar? Nosotros estuvimos en este lugar al inicio de la historia, ¿no se acuerdan? Cuando empecé a jugar la historia de Sumeru, aquí estábamos. ¿Tú te acuerdas, Sebas? War, forget me.
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there is...
¿Qué?
Is that me? She looks exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
¿En serio es otra Loli? Me cago en todo. Ay, no, ¿por qué me pasa esto a mí? ¿Por qué? Si la cinemática se veía distinta. Ay, otra ilegal, me cago en todo. El que había encerrado a la viajera Paimon y al otro, sí me acuerdo de ese lugar, es muy bonito. Sí, güey, me trajo nostalgia de hace... de agosto, ya 3 meses, güey, a ver. Septiembre, octubre, sí, güey, 3 meses ya desde que jugamos eso. Creo que estoy viendo doble. No, más bien yo no puedo creer. No, sí, esto mejor.
Erminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature.
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Erminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Erminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
Pero si de verdad Rukkhadevata era igual a Kusanali, ¿por qué los sabios la encerraron a Kusanali? O sea, coño, se ve igual que su dios, o sea, no pueden ser tan pendejos. Bueno, probablemente también por esa misma razón la encerraban, porque veían que era igual, pero no era igual de lista. Cosa rara y creo que no me di a entender bien. También. Dice.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time, and the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Por eso digo que son unos pendejos.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Ah, ya la creó.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this.
Uy. La guerra de los arcontes.
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to.
Sebas y Falcon, si estás ahí. Pero sobre todo Sebas. Pon mucha atención, güey. Porque esto, lo de Caenria, güey, es literalmente un misterio y lo más como chido del lore de Genshin. Y aparte, güey, esto nos va a servir de apoyo para la historia, güey. O sea, se nos sirve para... Es que por así decirlo, ¿cómo decirlo? Nos va a apoyar para lo que es lo final de la historia, hasta donde yo tengo entendido. Porque lo de Caenria tiene que ver mucho con lo que busca la viajera, por lo de su hermano, porque su hermano vivió lo de Caenria, pero la viajera no sabe qué pasó. Y pues uno quiere saber qué pasó ahí, porque pasaron, a ver, bueno, en general, pues más que interesarle a la viajera, le interesa a uno, ¿sabes? Pero como que esto nos ayuda a comprender, pues, la historia, lo de Caenria. Bueno, ya me callo, ya. Los 7 fueron convocados a Caenria, todos menos yo tenía un asunto más importante del que ocuparme.
I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong.
O sea, de que tampoco Rukkhadevata supo qué pasó. Nadie sabe qué pasó ese día, me cago en todo. Shogli no puede hablar, Venti no estuvo. Shogun Red no fue su hermana gemela y ella tampoco fue por proteger el árbol este. No, nadie sabe.
The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
¿Cómo será el rey de Deshret?
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Teyvat could fall apart.
No, mira pues.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone.
¿Y todo esto cómo murió Ruka de Bata?
Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom.
Se me vino a la mente ese meme de todos los sueños tienen una explicación, mi sueño. Pues, durante mucho tiempo creí que los sueños eran fruto de la sabiduría humana. Imagínense que fuese así.
Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that
¿Qué pasó?
even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated.
Pero tú una cosa, este lugar emite como ruidos muy extraños, ¿no?
And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox.
¿Escuchan?
So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues. All in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
¿Que le eliminemos?
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. How can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Boer. You should know that there is no other way.
Tiene un montón de nombres. Esta Najida le llaman Buer, Kusanali, Najida.
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Boer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me.
So.
We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow.
No voy a llorar.
I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
Oh, don't Yarsa.
Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest
La
of dreams.
sangrona. Aunque de ahí venía la escena de Najida llorando, yo pensaba, no sé, yo pensaba que venía Escaramucha ahorita y decía, entonces yo la destruí, algo así, ¿sabes? Aunque sería imposible que él entrara ahí, ¿no? Creo. En otro entramos gracias a Najida. Ay, pobrecita. Se me va a salir una lágrima. Este lugar me da miedo. Por la música más que nada.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying?
No manches, no me imaginé que fueran a poner lágrimas en una escena así. Ay, pobrecita. Vean su carita.
I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago.
No, ella no está llorando.
Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Ermin soul.
¿Cómo? ¿De verdad que nadie la recuerda?
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
¿Cómo? A ver, o sea, sí, yo me imaginaba que solo iban a hacer como si ella nunca hubiera existido, pero realmente se iban a acordar de Ruka de Bata. O sea, sí, yo me imaginaba que lo único que iba a pasar era que, pues eso, de que solo la borráramos de la existencia como si nunca hubiera existido. Pero no que todos le iban a olvidar. LOL. No, se me fue Ruka de Bata. Nunca tendremos banner de ella. Hicieron un Spider-Man. ¿Cómo, güey? What? No, y saben, para acabar la historia me van a drogar. Vale madre. Como al inicio. Como en los viejos tiempos, cuando me drogaban al inicio de la historia. No mames. Lo vi, lo vieron, todos lo vimos.
Huh? That sound. Traveler, Paimon.
El hechizo del Doctor Strange. No he visto las últimas de Spider-Man, güey.
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
No me digan que este desgraciado va a buscar la gnosis que acabamos de recuperar.
The doctor. What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin.
Nadie recordará a Peter Parker. No manches.
Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them.
El cara de cuero.
I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
No, Najida, no caigas en sus tratos.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess.
¿Cómo?
Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. It can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment?
Bueno, los Spider-Man de los otros universos sí lo recuerdan. El hechizo solo afectó al UCM. Joder.
It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis.
Ay, no.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
La Orden Celestial.
Awaken the heavenly principles?
Se refiere a algo de Celestia.
Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Uy. Uy, ese lado de Nahida me gusta.
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers.
Conseguimos, Nahida. Se quiere llevar todo el crédito, la desgraciada.
Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Yes. How very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me. And that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
¿A qué se refiere con todas sus
I
versiones?
don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price?
Habla sobre clones o marionetas, algo así como lo de Scaramuccia y Shogun Raiden.
Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps, but what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Menos mal lo tengo en inglés porque si no, no le entendería ni madre.
Have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Elegimos una.
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Uy, esto lo vi en una teoría. Esto lo estoy viendo la otra vez en una teoría.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
Dicen que realmente, a lo que tengo entendido, hay una capa que rodea la Tierra y en esa capa está el abismo. Todo eso es el abismo. Y dicen que por eso cuando uno está haciendo el abismo, por ejemplo en el videojuego, acá en el Genshin, creo que era algo así. Por eso dicen que por más que uno está subiendo las escaleras, uno siente que en lugar de ir subiendo va descendiendo. Porque pues realmente no hay un cielo. Pues es el abismo, literalmente estamos todos como dentro del abismo, algo así, una huevada toda rara.
Once I finish telling
No me acuerdo muy bien.
this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Confirmar. ¿Qué? No me contaron nada. Hijos de... ¡No! No, yo quería saber. Vale, después, a ver. Uy. A ver, pero una cosa, Falcon, tú confírmame lo de... Si estás ahí, Falcon. Confírmame lo que yo acabo de decir, lo de... Que decían que realmente todos estamos como dentro del abismo, güey. ¿Eso es cierto? Bueno, eso decía una teoría, ¿no? Me acuerdo que yo vi algo así hace poco. ¿No? Yo escuché una teoría. A ver, no digo que sea cierto, sino yo escuché una teoría.
Okay. Wake her up.
Sí, eso es lo que te decía, güey. Bosteza. Pero que escuche. Ontoy.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up. Good morning. How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right?
¿Cómo la viajera sabe eso? Ah, o sea, la viajera realmente no estuvo inconsciente durante todos estos días. Yo pensaba que sí. Completa. Neta, ¿otra vez tú? ¿Otra vez tú? ¿Otra vez tú? ¿Dónde estás? Nilo, la madre que te parió a ti a tu misión, en serio. ¿Otra vez tú, en serio? Maldita calidez de los ritmos callejeros. ¿Y qué me dan aquí? A ver. A ver. Quiero ver qué me dan. Concluí con éxito rotundo a pesar de que todos los acontecimientos tan surrealistas que sucedieron sorprendentemente despierta sumida en la calma, tendida sobre la cama bajo la cálida luz del sol. Pero si a mí que no me da el sol. Oh, ven. A huevo, una constelación. C4. Y la C6 de Bene. Que no hay que activarla. No hay que activarla. Fuera. A ver, entonces... joder, o sea, se me tengo que regresar a esta mierda, o sea, pues ni modo, vamos a ver. A ver, Nilo, ya que estás dando y dándome latas durante todos los directos con tu misión esta, pues démosle ya, a ver. Oigan, es que no es normal, o sea, porque esta misión es la única que interfiere con la historia. Hasta molesto se vuelve, o sea, maldita Nilo. A ver. Ah, ya tengo el boss. No, todo esto. ¿Lo tengo? Creo que no. A ver. Ay, me está dando sueño. Yo creo que nomás acabo esto. Me quedo un ratito farmeando y ya me voy a mimir. No voy a farmear, mejor ya mañana. A ver, atajos. Está muy abajo esa madre, ¿no? Sigue. Ay, lol. Ah, pues mejor hubiera brincado desde el inicio, ¿verdad? A ver, Nilo, déjame entrar. A ver. Pues órale. Habla con Nilo y espera, a ver. Ay, a ver, Nilo. Me gustas y todo, pero no seas abusiva, o sea,
I'll call everyone over, and then we can start. Let us give you a hand. Thank you. Maybe we really should have prepared a gift. Then we could also be a part of the exchange. As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all. I didn't do that great of a job. And who would even like it?
Oh, don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise. And besides, you've never attended a celebration event before, so this will be a great opportunity. Everyone will love you.
I'm still not really sure about this.
There's nothing to be worried about. Just take a step forward and give yourself a chance. There aren't any scary people here, right?
Right.
Huh. Alright. Maybe this will help. Everyone, over here! Inaya has something great to tell you all!
Wait! I've already said that I'm not ready yet! What should I say?
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath, in and out. Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell everyone what you want to say. If you don't say anything, then all the hard work we put into embroidery practice would have gone to waste.
Joder, imagínense que un amigo te haga eso en público, que la nada le diga a todos, oigan, él tiene algo que decir. No, hombre, a mí me pasa eso y yo como, cállate a la verga.
Using it as a gift, though?
Me da mucho pánico hablar frente a tanta gente.
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she was actually preparing a present. Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community. But it looks like Milu's trying to ease her through.
Actually, Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before the celebration kicked off.
Woohoo! We're gonna get our first present from Miss Inaya!
Pipe down! The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become. You've worked on it for so long, so have some confidence.
You've got this.
Is Mr. Zubair here? Sheikh Zubair, this is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at once.
De uno estos babosos.
What a condescending guy. What's his deal?
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the Academia's policies and orders, we have decided to demolish it.
Yeah.
As its manager, you must halt all operations and dismiss all staff members within 30 days, after which you will report to the Academia for further punishment.
Why? Why force us to do this all of a sudden?
Little girl, this is not the first time you've been issued a warning.
I didn't hear anything about demolition the last time I asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days? We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and staff?
That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair.
Maxi, acaba con los que se creen mucho. Me caen mal, güey.
You seem to understand the situation quite clearly.
Los de la academia me caen
you can
super
reflect on
mal
the reasons
todos,
why
güey.
you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance.
Bueno, al jefe ya no me cae tan mal, güey. Me caía mal de inicio el cabrón, pero ya no me cae tanto.
Demolition?
Por esto, ¿qué le
Why do
pasó?
they want to demolish this place?
Lo encerraron al pobre y ya no supimos nada de
The
él.
Academia has never liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances by only putting on shows they consider to be sufficiently intellectual. But our audience isn't the Academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand or too removed from everyday life, nobody would watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods. Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of us.
The way they're doing things is so scummy.
But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
Ask whoever you will. The answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice.
Enough! Does your audacity know no limits, Father?
¡Ah, su padre!
Huh? Father? Their family?
What's academia?
This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the Academia's name to threaten us. Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful. But even I never thought my father would sink this low.
This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where you are, what you do, or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste more time on pointless arguments. Wrap everything up, and make preparations to shut down at once.
Why is he always like that?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
Habla con Nilo. No puedo hacer la otra, ¿verdad? No. ¿A quién ocupó todo esto? Hushang, Suber y Nilo. Ah. Es este. Y Hushang no sé quién sea. A ver, Nilo, ya para que me acompañes a hacer la misión, órale.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this was going to be a happy occasion. I didn't know that things would turn out like this.
There's no need to apologize, Nilu. No one could have seen this coming. Paimon just wishes she could have at least gotten to the food. Is what that guy said true? The Academia has already given you many warnings?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeru, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater. After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She really talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the Academia, right?
Nahida? You mean Lesser Lord Kusanali?
She'd probably help if she knew what was going on. No matter how nasty the Academia could get, surely they can't win against Lesser Lord Kusanali.
No. I wasn't doubting her ability. I just feel like we shouldn't bother her with such a trivial problem. Plus, if the Dendro Archon were to intervene, then it wouldn't feel like our victory was earned.
That's true.
Pues, técnicamente no creo que el arconte tenga como un bando de preferencia, más bien sería un seguimiento por las reglas, ¿no?
Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight. That's true.
I'll try to think of something. We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. What to do?
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That also doesn't sound like it'll work.
A debate? Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case?
Oh! If we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater!
I see. Defeating him in a debate. It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher? Huh? Me? No. I'm the literal worst at arguments. I can't debate.
Nilu, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so much about protecting the theater.
This theater holds a special meaning in all of our hearts. But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
Paimon will help too. You'll feel a lot more confident after doing some prep work. Believe in yourself.
Thanks, you two. Alright, I've decided. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for everyone's sake.
That's our Nilu. We're...
Okay, let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
Sí, al fin ya me dejan hacerla. Un brindis por la victoria. Eso, vean, aquí hasta hicimos fiesta por la victoria. Bueno, Inazuma nada. O sea, sí. Vámonos a ver. Ahora sí, chicos, ya se viene lo final. A ver, ¿cuánto llevo? 1 hora y media de directo. Bueno, lo esperado. Ay, ¿siguen ahí, chicos? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo se encuentran? ¿Ya traen sueño? Yo más o menos. Ya nomás, ya esto y ya acabamos directo por hoy. Y la verdad, pues yo creo que al final del directo voy a dar mi opinión sobre la historia, si me gustó o no. Y pues sí, eso. Y ustedes me cuentan también qué les pareció. Si se la pasaron bien. Porque más historia así principal. A ver, es que hay historias y misiones secundarias, pero esas no las voy a traer. Las que sí voy a traer van a ser las principales. Y probablemente misión de historia principal vamos a tener hasta... Sin exagerarles, chicos, hasta 2023 vamos a tener más historia. Exactamente. Vean, eso de allá, eso es lo que mencioné de Celestia. Eso, esas rocas que están ahí flotando. Eso es Celestia. Y algún día vamos a llegar ahí. Ari, cierto, consigo unos logros, a ver. Les mencionaba, cuando la iteración se revela la naturaleza, detiene el nacimiento del falso dios. Ahora sí, pues bueno, les comentaba. Pues sí, se vendrá. Es que la siguiente historia de la siguiente región va a venir hasta agosto del próximo año. Pero antes de eso hay como un intermedio. Hay una historia intermedia que es con un personaje que Sebas no ha conocido, pero se llama... Es más, no hago spoiler, te lo dejo de sorpresa, güey. Es hora de pistear. Nah, yo no tomo, güey. Pero si usted toma, aprovecho. Bueno, por una celebración, no le voy a negar. Buen día. Dice buen día y es de noche. Y son no, y es de noche. Desayuno. ¿Qué hablas, Coley, si es de noche? La viajera está que se lame los labios, veanla. ¿Qué es eso? Son sándwiches de aguacate, de palta.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
No es cierto, se curaron ellas.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu.
Ah, con razón.
We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Ya es costumbre, Coley, la verdad.
Everyone's aware of your abilities. There's no need to be modest.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
A ver, Tignari, ¿dónde estás? El Falcon ya no anda ahí, ¿verdad? Che, Falcon. Se fue.
Good morning. How do you feel today?
Otro que dice buenos días.
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
Ah, cierto, le cayó un rayo a este güey.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Pobre, no le invitaron.
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Importantes.
Huh? VIPs?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Yay! Will do!
Vámonos ahora sí. A ver. Viéndolo bien, ahora la ciudad de Sumeru no parece tan lejana como al principio del juego. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, en parte me da como tristeza acabarme la historia. Porque pues sí me divertí bastante traerla en directo. Ahora directos de Genshin probablemente ahí haga de vez en cuando haciendo alguna tontería. Bueno, todavía van a continuar porque me hace falta hacer la misión de Shicheong. Creo que tú no conoces esos directos, pero en su momento yo hacía directos que eran completando la misión de Shicheong y nunca la acabé, güey. Probablemente la acabe en un próximo directo. Siempre se me olvida hacerla. A ver, ¿dónde está el banquete? Yo no veo nada de banquete.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Siempre pasa. Me pasó lo mismo la primera y de nuevo cuando jugué Kingdom Hearts 3. ¿Qué te pasó, güey?
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Mira los encabronados.
Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilou's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Sebas, ve esa línea. El segundo renglón, mira. Sin embargo, mira, bueno, desde el inicio. Sin embargo, es cierto que sería una buena opción dar algún obsequio a los espectadores con buen gusto. Dicen que en Fontaine es la siguiente región, güey. Ya ves que estamos ahorita en Sumeru. Pues la siguiente región que vamos a visitar va a ser Fontaine, güey. Y tal y como te imaginas, bueno, la palabra se delata un poco. Fontaine, fuente, agua. La región es de agua. O sea, la arconte o la diosa de ahí, o el dios de ahí, es de agua. O sea, es el elemento de agua. Así que el siguiente elemento que vamos a conseguir con el viajero también será el de agua. El viajero de agua, ¿eh? O de hidro, más bien sería.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia.
Alhaitham?
As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia.
La chica de ahí al lado bailando.
As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Sí. ¿Qué pasó, men? Joder, qué larga va a estar esta misión, ¿no? Yo me imaginaba que después del combate ya solamente iba a hablar con Nagia y acababa ahí. O sea, se vino un montón ya de diálogo nomás. A ver, podemos leer. Menos echarle más trabajo. Sí. A ver. Joder, estoy cansado. La viajera de ellos. Alhaitham, ¿dónde estás, Alhaitham? Ahí está Alhaitham.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way! We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I.
A ver, cuéntate el chisme. Aquí es donde está la biblioteca, ¿no? Si mal no recuerdo. Au. A ver. Bueno, yo creo que esto va para las 2 de la mañana. Al ritmo que vamos. Porque si me obligan a ir con todos a hablar. Uy. Véanlo, ahí está. Ese güey yo lo vi. Es de un lake ese güey, el que está ahí parado.
Oh, Hatham should be around here somewhere, right?
Vean ese güey que está ahí parado al lado del Hatham. De la Zen.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Joder, qué raro se ve, ¿no? Bueno, se ve curioso. Y es dentro.
You sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Cabe, se llama Cabe.
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
Lo otro bien tranquilo y lo otro bien emputado.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Ah, viven juntos.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
¿Y este güey dónde estaba cuando ocurrió todo lo de Sumeru?
Are they having a fight?
Veamos cómo tener la cosa, tampoco tenemos prisa. Somos unas chismosas.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
Exacto.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Y sí, güey, qué pedo. Me hizo gracia. Miren, enojón. No, se fue Cabe. No, Cabe. O Caf, como se pronuncia. Al Heathen, ¿con quién discutías? Dicen que los que se pelean se quieren, ¿eh? Y aparte me enteré que ustedes viven juntitos.
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Bueno, un poco aquí es de esa conversación porque pues no llegó a nada. Solo a que se fuera ese güey y ya, pero pensaba que nosotros íbamos a intervenir. ¿De qué me perdí? Es que se me descargó los audífonos de todo. Pues estaba un güey bien raro llamado Cabe, que estaba peleándose con al Heathen. Estuvo chistoso.
If she addressed the
Pero
letter
no
to all
aportó nada.
Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
Bien.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia.
Joder, qué grande es eso.
Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
¿Cómo? Le ofrecieron ser el gran sabio y lo rechazó.
Why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't...
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharuar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Sonríe, qué raro. Siempre lo veía bien serio. Puerto hermoso. Uy, sí me va a tocar visitar a todos. Pues un poco, entonces en ese caso un poco clickbait y el título, ¿no? Porque pues al paso que vamos esto va a ser lentísimo. Hombre, a ver, permítanme. Quiero checar algo antes. Completa... Ok. Yo creo que esto ya lo dejamos porque está muy largo, la verdad. Está bastante largo este pedazo. A ver, si ya las dos y no acabamos y no llegamos que a lo del banquete, ya. Yo creo que ya paramos porque está muy largo esto. Yo imaginaba algo más cortito, no tan exagerado como lo estamos viendo ahorita. O sea, si literalmente me están haciendo ir con un personaje, luego con otro, luego hablar un rato. Y es como, tranquilos, espérense, o sea, muéstrenme los mejor en otra misión, no aquí. Joder. A ver, permítanme un momento. A ver, ahora sí. Ahora sí, vámonos. 140 metros. A ver. Bueno, lo importante es que ya salamos a Kusanali. Y de que Sumeru ya está en buenas manos. Creo. Porque Kusanali apenas está aprendiendo. Ay, ya está creciendo nuestro niño. Ay, gordita.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Oh, vean. ¿Quién es?
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Mira, Sebas, ¿quién es?
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Mi amor. Sí,
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Al-Haytham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
¿Cómo?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Al-Haytham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Hyman can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Se le imagina.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Al-Haytham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
Eres maravillosa. Yo hago chistes malos, pero este me supera.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
Se nos va de ella.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
¿Qué dice? Mi niña bonita, mi dulce princesa, me siento a las nuez cuando tú me besas y esas otras cosas. Güey.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
No, man, estoy enamorado. Tranquilo.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
No te me exaltes, güey.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there.
Vamos a ver a Candace.
As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right,
de hecho.
on to our next stop.
A ver. Vamos a una parada más. A ver qué me dicen. ¿Qué me tienen que decir?
After recovering from Elazar, everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
You can count me in.
Ahora vamos a la aldea Aru, la del desierto, a ver. A ver. La historia de Sumeru me estaba gustando, pero lo voy a bajar a puntos por este final innecesariamente largo. No, pero fuera de bromas está larguito, no sé si... Pero, ¿cuál fue la necesidad de alargar tanto el final? O sea, sí. Bueno, yo en lo personal sí lo veo muy necesario. A ver. General Mahamatra. O sea, ¿te acuerdas de la primera vez que vimos algo que dijo la Matra? Oh, no, dijo The Matra. También conocimos a Dory en ese video. No es de directo que digan. Oh, sí, no. Razor que diga.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village.
Eso sí.
There's Sino.
Long time no see.
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the...
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief.
No
They're
veremos
still
a
at the
Candace.
usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them.
Sí me acuerdo de ese lugar y es que dije Yomatra el tiempo echado. No me acuerdo de eso, pero sí, güey.
But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King
¿no es
Deshret's blessing,
Raman?
my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
¿Se acuerdan de esa chica a la que atormentamos con ayuda de Najida?
Roman! And... Huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
No sabe lo que le
Don't
hicimos.
worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what
Está
you're
visca
saying
la
now.
chica, por cierto. ¿Ven? ¿Está visca? Coño, está visca.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert.
Wait, el tuerto es ahora la... Wait, el tuerto es ahora... ¿Cómo? Wait, el tuerto es ahora es amigo al 100% de la viajera. Creo, güey. Porque pues los eremitas a mí siempre me atacan, güey. Se supone que yo soy amigo de uno.
She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Raman, se llama Raman.
It's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Itaria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Ramen, pues yo prefiero el ramen.
Sataria's idea will bring much good
ramen
to
para
many
los
people.
compas, lo llamemos.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Se lo merece el pinche viejo sarnoso.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. but I'll go.
Este güey.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful.
Es que por lo visto no lo distinguía.
Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
No, pues es que claro, ustedes imagínense, tener un ojo para un lado y el otro para el otro, no, pues así como admiras bien un baile.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
A ver. Veamos qué se cuece aquí. Ya para acabar la historia de Sumeru. Eso espero. A ver si sale Najida. Porque en las historias que he acabado de... Ah, espera que comience 2 días después del 19, 24 horas. 2 días. Entre el 19 y 24.
Anyway, our preparation has been going smoothly these days. Can such good things really be happening in the desert?
Yes, even if you can't bring yourself to believe it, you should at least believe in those of us who are working hard to make it a reality.
Indeed. Take it one step at a time.
What heartwarming words.
La visca. Ahora, démoslo otro día. A ver, es más, le vamos a dar a 3 a las 19 horas, a ver. Bueno, aquí. Chingo su madre. Ya, ahora sí para acabar. Creo. Espero que estoy hacia lo final. Ahora sí. Vámonos, ahora sí. Ya estoy a lo final. Lo final. Ya para darle el adiós a Sumeru. Bueno, voy a seguir por la región explorando, que es lo que me falta. Pero darle el adiós en el sentido de que... Pues... será nuestra última vez aquí en la historia. Ay, sniff. A ver. Uy, casi me muero. A ver. Y aquí bajamos. Oye, Sebas, una pregunta, ¿no tienes sueño, güey? Yo tengo poquito. A ver, si están todos. Y un banquete. Ah, es ese. Yo imaginaba algo más grande, ¿no?
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Bien seco, aquí me tienes.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Mira, pues.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Un poquitín también, pero aquí el 95%. Va, démosle, güey.
Everything looks quite good.
No sé por qué, pero escucho así, no es como esa gente que acepta las cosas, pero las acepta así como con... ¿sabes?
Wow, Paimon can't wait. Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Aunque celebración en granjas van como la seda. La comida está deliciosa, la decoración del lugar es espléndida. Disfrutan de la comida y la bebida antes de participar en la actuación que prepararon Nilo y los demás. Uy, a ver, se viene baile. El tiempo discurre sin contemplación en una velada maravillosa y de ensueño.
It's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
De la nada todos nos levantamos.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Falta el ramen.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Pero ahora el cambio de historia hace como que los sabios quieren todavía más mal, ¿no?
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
Yo apoyo la idea de Sino.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe?
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Pinche Razor. No ha acabado. Habla con todos. Lol.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilou invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
A ver, es corto. Parece que es corto.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Al Hayden. Dicen que él será el próximo... dicen que... Tú, Seba, dicen que al Asen va a ser el personaje que va... El primer personaje que va a salir en 2023, güey. Así, nuevo. Personaje nuevo, ¿no? Va a ser él, dicen. Dicen. Ya veremos luego. En unas semanas ya veremos si es cierto.
Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today?
Algo que no te
If
guste.
there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know.
Que sea
I'll be sure to
necesariamente
take note of
largo.
it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
A ver. Último.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around. There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Me llamo amigo.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Claro, te ves muy feliz. Se ve que le encantó, veanle la cara. Esa es su cara de que le encanta al güey. A ver. Oh, cinemática, ahora sí.
Hey, what's wrong?
Mierda.
Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait here for Paimon.
What? ¿Qué es esto?
It's me.
Su madre me asustó.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent, but I can't help it. I just love to eat. It's my favorite. 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 It's my favorite I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew,
Ya se me hacía raro que no saliera.
The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself. So lately I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Tú ven, gordita, ven.
Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
No manchen. Se pasó de lanza.
Everyone.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and
Lesser.
Y me salté la última.
Kusanali?
Era la B.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you.
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hope...
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
¿Y qué más pasó? No veo.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
Pecadora.
All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Vale, esto ya es lo último, ¿no? A ver. Ah, esta es la misión de Nilo. A ver, esto ya es lo último. Técnicamente. O sea, sí. Yo me acuerdo que siempre al final de cada historia hablábamos con el arconte, me acuerdo. En Mondstadt hablamos con Venti. En Liyue con Zhongli. En Inazuma creo que... No, en Inazuma no hablamos con Shogun... Con Shogun Rei, no hablamos con Yaemiko. Creo que fue con Yaemiko. No me acuerdo, pero sí acabamos en un lugar cercano con Yaemiko. Uy, va a acabar en este lugar. Aquí es donde está Escaramucha. Escaramucha. Uy, yo me voy a quedar sin pila en el cel. A ver. Creo que ya nomás quedé yo. No hay pedo, se entiende. A ver. Pues vamos a acabar esto. Ya me voy a mimir. Nahida. What are you doing here?
Hello, traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, in preparing to regain control of the academia, the former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust.
A ver.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
Oh.
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles.
¿Recuerdas esa entidad que cambió tu destino, el orden celestial?
In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, The exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Bueno, mi próxima parada es Fontaine. Uy, confirmadísimo. ¿Sabes algo sobre este lugar? A ver, hay que poner atención. Esto es interesante.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice?
Nación de la justicia. A ver. Entonces acá todo debe ser mejor, ¿no?
As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Sistema de poder judicial. Lo vamos a meter en lo político. Bueno, no sé si entra en lo político.
Does their archon personally judge people?
No, there's a chief justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydro-Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
En Fontaine hay un juez supremo. Por lo general, Focalor, el arconte Hidro, no preside juicios en persona.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Pues ese tal Focalors me da una mala espina el cabrón. Ya lo conoceremos cuando lleguemos a Fontaine.
As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
Como arconte también se reserva el derecho de influir en el veredicto final. ¿Por qué me estoy oliendo que el cabrón ese de Focalor se le va a subir de alguna forma el poder a la cabeza y va a haber un desmadre con arconte?
Anyway, let's just say she's got a very unique personality.
Dime más. No, dime más. Yo quiero saber más.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Pues dime más de Fontaine, es lo que yo quiero saber.
You mean about your brother?
A ver.
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However...
Suena que la viajera va a ir a México, quién sabe. A ver, dicen que Fontaine es la ciudad de la justicia y que rige bajo un poder judicial. Pero ese tal Focalors que acaban de mencionar me da mala espina, güey. Pero eso lo veremos hasta el próximo año y en agosto, güey. Uy, vamos a tener que esperar un montón para ver eso, güey.
There must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
Al fin un arconte me va a decir qué pasó con mi hermano. Ninguno me ha dicho qué ha pasado con el hermano de la viajera.
What?
A ver.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Esto.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
No me pongas palabras raras, Najira, que es ofuscar.
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
A ver, no, sí quiero saber qué es. Ofuscar, a ver. Ofuscar. Al ser perder una persona de forma pasajera, el entendimiento y la capacidad de razonar darse cuenta con claridad de la ¿qué? Con la claridad, hace lo tienen como bajo control los cabrones o algo así. ¿Cómo? No sé cómo explicarlo. A ver, ¿cómo explicó Najida que era? ¿Alguien qué? Ofuscar su destino. Está tratando como de alguien de usar el destino de él para su propio beneficio, algo así.
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the
¿Descendidos?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's fourth descender.
¿Qué? ¿Cuántos son?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
Mi hipótesis es que la primera descendida fue a quien ahora llamamos la Orden Celestial. La diosa desconocida. La del inicio del juego.
I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
Pues más que los otros arcontes ya me ha ayudado, la verdad, en cuanto a información.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Ay, Najida. Pulso de Akashi Fuego Carraza, misión completada. Continuará.
Things in Sumeru have settled down now. Paimon bets people will be coming up with new and interesting ideas at this time.
Ok, acabo de empezar
Walk
una...
around Sumeru City and see if anyone needs our help. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that it just might pay off.
¿Se podría decir que Astrid es algún tipo de herejía? No, güey. O sea, se supone que hay 4 personas, al parecer, que no provienen de este mundo, güey. Y entre las personas se encuentra la viajera y otro que es la que llama Najida la Orden Celestial. Bueno, esa es su hipótesis. Y hasta donde yo tengo entendido, la Orden Celestial es una diosa que aparece al inicio del juego de Genshin Impact, güey. Sale en el puro inicio. No ha salido más ese personaje, güey. Pero probablemente ese personaje tenga más importancia cuando ya estemos ya casi en lo final del juego. Pero, güey, apenas vamos en la mitad del juego, imagínate. Y esa historia, güey, mira, pues el siguiente año, 2023, vamos a Fontaine. En el 2024 vamos a Natlan, que es la región de Piro. Y en 2020... y tristemente, en 2025 vamos a Snezhnaya, que es la última región, güey. Y en 2026 ya vamos a... Yo creo que ahí vamos a ver por primera vez a la diosa desconocida de nuevo, güey. Bueno, por segunda vez. Y... pues se supone que, como decía, mi hermano no es de este mundo. Pero al parecer el mundo lo tiene registrado como que sí. Y dijeron que hay alguien que trata de ofuscar su destino. O sea, que hay alguien del abismo tal vez muy poderoso que... Bueno, hay alguien en el abismo que gobierna por encima de todos. Bueno, es lo que yo pude entender. No lo dijeron, pero es lo que yo entendí. Y mira, hasta donde todos sabemos, el abismo está gobernado por los magos y por unos emisarios que son estos, mira. La ley de personajes. Hasta donde todos sabemos... Ah, no, perdón, me equivoqué. Archivo. Ya para terminar, güey. No, porque ya llevo... ¿Cuánto llevo? Ya van a ser como 3 horas. Sí, ya van a ser 3 horas. Coño. Mira, Sebas, hasta donde todos sabemos... Estos güeyes de acá, son los que lideran el abismo, hasta donde sabemos. Bueno, estos son como soldados más de élite, pero los que gobiernan creo que son estos 4. Los magos del abismo, güey. Pero al parecer hay alguien probablemente más por encima de ellos. Bueno, claro, dicen que el hermano de Lumín, o sea, el hermano de la viajera, dicen que es el príncipe del abismo. O sea, que si hay un príncipe debe haber un rey del abismo. Me imagino eso. Buah, pues Najida me acaba de soltar información muy valiosa. Y como ya viste, nuestro siguiente objetivo es Fontei. Fontei 2023, Natlan 2024, Snesnaya 2025. Y probablemente nos vamos a lo ya mero chingón, güey, en 2026. De aquí a 4 años. Tristemente, güey. O sea, tenemos que esperar un montón, güey. Bueno, a ver, vamos a ver qué me dice Najida.
Is there anything you want to know?
Ya le pregunté esto. A ver, repíteme esto.
According to the records I was able to act after the Conrad disaster, he began.
Mira, emprendió. En cuanto su viaje está a punto de terminar, difusos. ¿Ves? Cualquiera que tenga la idea de hacer eso debe ser muy poderoso. O sea, se supone que yo me estoy bueno, yo estoy haciendo un viaje y se supone que mi hermano hace mucho tiempo, hace 500 años, probablemente hizo otro viaje. Hizo el mismo viaje que yo. Pero, como vieron, en cuanto estaba a punto de terminar su viaje, pues le hicieron algo. O sea, se le hicieron algo. Miren, los descendidos. Son seres externos que no pertenecen a este mundo. Tú eres la cuarta. Hubo 3 antes. Mira. La primera descendida es la orden celestial. Los de Celestia, me imagino. Los que vienen de Celestia.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Vaya forma de entender el juego. Creo que Genshin Impact aprendió el Xenoverse 2, pero de una mejor manera que lo hicieron. No, es que Genshin Impact, o sea, se supone que el juego lo están, o sea, sacar todo esto, güey, crear una región, crear todo esto, güey, pues sí les llega buen tiempo, o sea, hasta donde todos sabemos, güey, ahorita mismo, güey, están trabajando en la historia de Fontaine, güey, o sea, seguramente están trabajando en la nueva región, güey, hasta donde sabemos. Porque es imposible que eso lo hagan en meses, güey, eso les debe, bueno, es imposible que eso lo hagan en cuestión de 2 o 3 meses, güey, eso les debe llevar fácilmente, pues todo el año, ¿sabes? Por eso te digo.
And soon, you'll also begin. I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge,
mira, si el destino es la sabiduría final, entonces tu futuro será el destino final.
I'm sure glad we got to meet. The pleasure is all mine.
O sea, lo que se refiere a Najida es que mi viaje, el final de mi viaje, será ya lo final. O sea, a lo que se refiere es como el final de como ella dice, de la... O sea, como que Najida me está dando el indicio de que cuando mi viaje acabe, ahí va a acabar todo esto. Todas las respuestas serán reveladas. Vamos a ver qué chingados está pasando, porque no se sabe todo. O sea, por ejemplo, esto que me acaba de decir Najida, pues es nuevo. Pero tiene sentido, o sea, hasta cierto punto. Valió la pena un poco quedarse hasta el final, sí, la verdad. La historia... sinceramente, la historia de Inazuma estuvo muy épica en comparación a la de Sumeru. La de Sumeru está interesante más que nada. Lo que te comentan es... Le agarras odio a los villanos como pasaba en Inazuma. En Inazuma ya le agarras un odio a los Fatui bien grande. Pero la historia de Inazuma, la verdad, en cuanto a epicidad, es la mejor. La verdad, está muy épica la historia de Inazuma. Tristemente no pude traerla en directo en su momento, chicos. Una disculpa por eso. Bueno, un directo de casi 3 horas. ¡Buah! Para la parte final queda bien, pero muy noche. Una disculpa por eso de nuevo. Ya hay que irnos a dormir todos. Muchas gracias a los que se pasaron, a Falcon, a ti, Sebas. Muchas gracias por quedarte hasta el final. Voy a acompañarme. En serio, discúlpenme. La próxima vez intentaré no hacerlo tan a esta hora porque debe ser muy pesado para ti, por ejemplo, desvelarte a esta hora, güey. Así que nada más. Yo soy Máximo00. Hasta aquí llegó la historia de Sumeru. Me encantó haberla compartido con ustedes. La próxima historia, como les dije, probablemente se venga en... Miren, entre febrero y abril del próximo año se viene una nueva historia, pero no la de Fontaine. La de Fontaine viene hasta agosto, junio, julio, pónganle. Y yo aquí con Najida, me voy a quedar al lado de ella. Aquí con Najida yo me voy despidiendo. Un saludo, se me cuidan. Nos vemos, no sé si mañana, yo creo que ya mañana ya no hago directo. Pero ocupo hacer la raid de Gama, pero quiero tomarme un descanso. Ya veré si hago, ¿va? Nada más, chicos. Nos vemos en el próximo directo. Chao, chao. Se me cuidan mucho. Gracias por haberme acompañado en esta gran aventura. A todos ustedes.